Vic.
Previously on Mo's Rants.
Is at the crib. Now we know what's going on in the crib. Well, if Claudia is talking to you, bullshit. If I had to decide who brings the most shit to the table, she's probably number one first. When Claudia comes around, bullshit is about to happen. Now she comes over and she's talking to Vic and man, don't trust Dad. Dad's evil. Dad ain't doing nothing for us. Nothing for the best of our interests. He's not trying to progress us. He's using us. Have you seen what he did to the bar? Now, the bar, they're talking about Gloria's old bar, the soup. You remember Tommy pulled up Chicago? All that went down there. They had meetings there. She ended up getting popped. R.I.P. I don't even know who killed her, man. R.I.P. to Gloria, man. Y'all, who killed Gloria? Who killed Gloria? Well, Gloria's bar has been turned into. This is the sophisticated, how could I say, the sophisticated pink, you know what I mean? The sophisticated pink, you know what I mean? They didn't turn this motherfucker to a strip club. And Claudia's like, listen, come work with me. I'm trying to broker a deal with the Serbs. I'm trying to get with Brendan Doyle. We can make something happen that will benefit you and I. Now, this is Vic's story, and we not trying to hear none of that. And Vic understands, yeah, Walter is wrong, and he's starting to realize, hey, he's really been pushing over on us. He's really been treating us like shit. But this dates back to Vic in season 1. Now, I don't know how old Vic is. If DeMarcus is in here, I know he could tell me how old Vic is supposed to be. In their early 20s, their mid 20s. That's probably. Vic is, whoa, wait a minute. Vic, he about to be 30? Nah, Vic ain't no. Well, oh yeah, you're right, because it ain't 2023 on the show. It's 2021. Because it says he's born in 94. It said he's born in 94, so yeah, about 26, 27. Because if this is 23, he would be turning 30 next year. 29, 28, 20. Yeah, about 26, 27. All right, bet. So they in their mid 20s. This is when he's supposed to be striding. Like, you supposed to be striving to be the next Flynn to take over. And that's what Walter really wants. That's what Walter really wants, for his son to take over and not his daughter. But the only thing about Vic is he never got a chance to actually lead. It's hard to try to take over for your father when everything you've been doing is kind of rebellious to your father. And now your father's using you and he got your girl knocked, and there's just a lot of shit going on. It's stressful out here. Vic got that military haircut, sideburns off, chop him. Up my ear. Way up the ear. But Claudia's trying to get in his head, and she's like, listen, go look at the club. I did. Go down to the. Let me tell you something. Hey, I might head on over to this club. Are y'all going to this club, or are you going over to JP's club with the piano? You had to choose JP's club or the piano. JP's club and the piano, or would you come over here, get you a photo shoot, get you some nice drink, have some good company around you? What are you going to? Big Walt Dogs, the shakedown, or you going to JP's, the slow and steady? You know what I mean? I think I'm going to Big Walt Dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Big Walt. Oh, come on down to Big Walt Dogs. factory. Vic shows up and he's looking around. Ambiance in here is nice though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The feng shui. This is what they would call, this is a vibe. You know what I mean? This is a vibe, you know? I was talking to this lady the other day. She was talking about a vibe. I said, man, I really don't talk like that. You know what I mean? I really don't say a vibe. I think there's like, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know what a vibe is. You feel me? But this place is a vibe. You can get you a picture, over to the bar, get you a grand old time in here. It's a vibe. You know what I mean? But for Vic, this ain't no vibe. It's bring back memories. He said, "Where's the picture on the wall from that picture, man? Where's the picture on the wall, man?" Starting to lose it, y'all. Lose it because put a 1 in the chat if you ever been in love, man. I just gotta know if you ever been in love. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you been in love, was being used, was the one that you love really didn't love you back, didn't really want, but just went along with it just to shut you up. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been there with the broken heart. Put a 1 in the chat if the love of your life was sleeping with the nigga you had to work with because he was punking you. Put a 1 in the chat. If you ever did something for someone and they didn't recuperate that same energy, but you still loved them, or as they said in Project Pack, I'm gonna marry her when she get off work tonight, though. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, because we all been there. We all been there before. We all been there before. If you know what I'm saying, to my simpish state. Yeah, we all been there before, but you got to learn, you got to experience that. Vic has never experienced that, and he's too old, so he's in the game too late. This is when you put the person at the end of the bench in the game. You starting the day, buddy. They not ready to start. They not ready to start. They ain't got enough real life experience. They just don't know. Gloria didn't want nothing to do with Vic. She was just fucking around. It sounded good, but she was just fucking around. We all, oh, Brillo, I sent the link to the Discord. We've been there before, but to the level that Vic is, this is his story, and I can't even tell his story without telling his story about his sipping. He said, who got the picture? Who got the picture? DeMarcus said he is, but I heard Brillo say earlier, we don't care. Brillo said we don't care, but he is, and I gotta admit it. I'm gonna tell. Vic is not only crying over Gloria, who is 6 feet deep, he told on the motherfuckers. Oh, yeah, there's a drug deal going down. Oh, we can't trust him. Trust him. This don't sound like a fair exchange for me, y'all. She didn't want nothing to do with Vic. Want nothing to do with Vic, and he bought her a house. He got her a picture. He's hurting right now, y'all. You got to understand where this pain is coming from. This ain't something ordinary, but he's never had that hurt happen to him before. So now when it's your first time, he's overreacting because he's over his head in how much bullshit he's done did. He done dug his own hole. It hurts. But I tell you, he ain't even a nigga, but every 3 minutes and 39 minutes, we lose a brother to the streets. And I ain't talking gun violence. I'm talking simping violence. I'm talking about being hurt. I'm talking about going after something that don't want you back. And they said, where's the picture? I'll tear this motherfucker down. Everybody's looking at him like, what? What's going on? Who the nigga standing up? Respect for him. Everyone should know that he's a Flynn, but no one cares about Vic being a fucking Flynn. No one. We in the strip club, man. If I'm in the strip club, then that means we really kicking it, because I don't go to strip clubs. But if I'm in this motherfucker, Vic, you need to chill. But Vic said, he looked around, and Vic did exactly what a weak ass nigga did. Goes and attacks the cameraman. The cameraman said, hey, bro, I don't know shit about no picture, nigga. I'm taking I just got hired today, nigga. I've never been in a strip club that was a photo shoot at the strip club. I don't know nothing. He whooped the motherfucking photographer's ass. I didn't even do nothing. All the tough dudes at the tables in the bars, he ain't do nothing. Then he knocked over glass. I said, damn, this nigga Vic is mad. Vic is mad, and like my dog DeMarcus said, he was snitching. So when it comes to him working with Tommy, we gotta watch out for him. We gotta watch out for him. But his biggest downfall is Gloria. He got that out of system. Where do broken hearts go? Now Vic is understanding what Claudia was talking about. Fucking Walter, dog. What are you doing, man? We already at Walter don't really fuck Michael, who Vic had to pop. R.I.P. 1 point up for Vic, but 2 steps down for this. Vic, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't even know where I'm going with this storyline anymore. Vic, what are we doing? What are we doing, Vic? And the reason I don't know where we're going, because I'm letting y'all know what's going on in Vic's mind right now. He's confused. He doesn't know which way is up. Should he listen to his sister now that he sees that his father fucking turned the soup kitchen into a fucking strip club? Unsanitary, it kind of stinks as here, smell like pig feet. Smell like that in here for what's going on? Is irate. Vic sees the club and he loses it. He just loses it. And from there, Vic is on a mission. Vic is on a mission to seek revenge for whoever crossed him, whoever treated him like a kid, whoever disrespected him, whoever told him he wasn't capable of doing something, whoever said that he needed an assistant, whoever said that he wasn't going to make it in these streets. You know what? Some point in life, you got to draw that. Hey, you got to draw it. I'm just going to let y'all know, you got to draw a line in the sand. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. You remember you used to watch cartoons, and what do? They used to draw a line in the sand, cross this line, and it's on. And then they cross that line, and they say, cross this line. Now cross this line. And Bugs Bunny used to go all the way down to the cliff, right? And Bugs Bunny, for some reason, he could walk off the cliff, make a little line in the air. Now Elmer Fudd see that, or Yosemite Sam see that, and he tell them to cross that line. They cross that line and they fall on down. Well, Vic was once drawing that line, but Vic was confused on which side of the line he was. He didn't cross that line, and he's hitting rock bottom because right when he leaves this club, he finds out that his sister has a plan of killing their dad. He's realized that his sister is not playing around. She said, you see what happened to the club? I told you. Listen, I got this new deal with the Serbs. We about to make some shit shake. You know, since still one thing back. But Vic has to think. Do we get rid of our father? Because it is our father. Or is Claudia right and everything that Walt's been doing has been hindering our growth and stopping us from being in the positions to succeed? And the reason Vic decides to get rid of Walter, because he caught a body and his dad didn't back him up on that. But this is the second body that's going to catch up with Vic, because we know that Vic killed a guy last year and we got us a motherfucking witness. No, they didn't do that. Oh, I was the first person that called when Tariq told Rashad Tate. I was the first person to say Tariq is telling. I was the first person. Oh, yeah, I was the first person. Come on now. I told you, it's in that St. Patrick bloodline. Each one of the St. Patricks all voluntarily give up information. Yeah, the St. Patrick family, they not as tough as you think. I mean, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Ghost, but if we being real, we being real. Damn. So do you think that Vic should go along with killing Walter, though? Now, that's a valid question. Is there a plan that could work for them to successfully get rid of Walter and insert themselves as the Flynn family foundation moving forward? Because you gotta remember, Claudia is putting all this together. She already hit him with the okie doke by telling him that it's gonna be 50-50. Now she's still making deals behind his back. So is it gonna be 50-50 or is it gonna be more like a 90-10? And the 10 is just respect. They all respect you because you Flynn bloodline. You know what I mean? They don't respect you because your decision making. That would fall up under Claudia. But this is exactly what Walter was looking at. He knows that Claudia is smart, but putting her in charge, a lot of shit's going to be derailed. That's why he was trying to mold Vic to be just like him and to take the influence from Paulie. Paulie's going to be his right hand man, and he was going to do the same for Vic once he got into that position to be the one to lead the family. Claudia, on the other hand, she's doing everything against the family's will. The Flynns, they don't fuck with all these extra people. They already didn't fuck with black folk. Now you're trying to do a deal with the Serbs. You're trying to do all this extra shit. That's one reason Walter didn't want them to be involved in the day-to-day operation, let alone let them run it. Because look at this. She's stirring up shit. We're about to talk about her story, but she's stirring up shit about the treason, CBI. But really, that was just a foreshadow because we see that they look like they're going to get back on the same page. Damn. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Well, we might as well talk about Claudia's story then. We might as well continue. We on the Flynns now. What y'all think, man? Should they go ahead and do it? Is there a plan that could actually work? Is there anything that you think work? You're like, okay, the Flynns can knock this out. They can get Walter out the way. They can get Brendan Doyle off. Serbs about the picture. They can do a lot, but can it work? That's the question that Claudia is the female version of Tommy. To a certain extent, I could see that, but if we had to put it on like a scale, maybe a 1 or 2. But if I'm thinking of it the same way you are, pause. You're talking about as far as how she inserts herself into business and tries to take over. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Like as far as her trying to take over and conquer. Cause like as far as getting active, nah, not so much. As far as Claudia is was good at that too. So I could definitely see that. The only comparison to Tommy, I don't is in his own lane though. 2-Bit ain't kill his own kid. I know that much. Definitely wasn't on that. Man. Claudia, on the other hand, already discussed what she was telling her brother Vic. But she's just trying to get him on the same page. Hey, look, listen to me. We got to get from up under Walter. That's the only way that this partnership is going to work. That's the only way the family is going to survive and thrive into the next generation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They might not make it to the next generation fucking around with Walter Flynn still being alive, man. It sucks, but it's the truth. It sucks, but it's the truth, man. So if she can convince him to join, then hey, we good to go. So she tells Vic about the club, and once Vic goes to see the club, of course, we know that they meet back up. But for Claudia, This is just the beginning of the day. She goes to go talk to Mirkovic. Now, Mirkovic ain't been playing either. He ain't been around either now. He's trying to do deals, but he ain't trying to fuck with nobody though. That's the thing about Mirkovic. He's not thinking about expanding, taking it to another level. So it's gonna be kind of weird. You know what I mean? Damn, it's freezing. Hey man, I don't even know. Probably just need to reset the internet, man. I cut this live shorter. If it keeps freezing up like that, then I'll cut it shorter, and then we got the Monday mistakes. But Claudia goes to meet with Mirkovic. Once she meets with Mirkovic, she starts talking about the plans that she got. Now, the plans that she got are a little bit different than the plans that we all initially were thinking was going to go down in the streets. We were thinking Dahlia's going to get back up and running. We were thinking flood the streets. We were thinking Flynn family taking over, Tommy leaving. We were thinking more upside than downside. Now, Mirkovic is listening, and he's telling her exactly what we've already went over. The Flynn family is fucking out of here. No one wants to join a sinking ship. Now, the reason for that is the Flynns ain't got nothing. So that means word is getting around. Word is getting around about Michael coming up missing. Word is getting around that they owe Dublin. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot that's on the table right now. But Claudia has a plan, and she's saying, listen, treason and CBI, they trying to pull the okie doke. If we get with the Serbs, we start working together, we can start to maximize our profit. And with our profits being maximized, that means we're all able to get some money, Mirkovic. You don't have to fuck with no one else but us. Now, Mirkovic, just like Walter Flynn, doesn't fuck with niggas. So he says he didn't want to do no work with none of the black folk. Now, Claudia said, listen, if you ain't going to work with them and thinking about expanding your horizons, then I'll go work with them and I'll give them the bag and I'll be a bag getter. All I got to do is give them the product. Now, Mirkovic is hearing this, and if she's confident about her plan and he can believe that she really is confident like this, then he'll make the right decision to go ahead and try to partner up with Claudia. Because if not, he's going to be losing out in the streets. Because guess why? She just pulled the wool over his face and told him that treason is with CBI. So any work that he's doing with Jenard, he's really getting backdoored because CBI is making all the work. So now he believes that Jenard is really doing some fucked up shit behind his back, taking money out his pocket, and that's why he hasn't been paying them, and that's why Diamond and Tommy got the territory. So this is making Mirkovic even madder or angrier at treason and Jenard, which is also going to make him hate Tommy and Diamond. You see what I'm saying? So her stirring this up is making it look like, okay, Jenard promised me some territory, but if she's saying treason is still with CBI, this is what Moby talking about, the okie doke. Made you think that you was getting something just to set you up to go against Diamond and Tommy. So Mirkovic is thinking over there, and he's like, damn, this is strategic for real. Like, you put together a play and you actually made it happen. Do you guys think that Mirkovic working with Claudia would be something good? What do we think is like the peak? What mountaintop could Claudia reach? You know what I mean? How far do we think that Claudia is gonna go as a character? Is it gonna be to the point where she could potentially put the Flynns back in a respectable name? Or is it gonna be everyone's looking at, okay, this new Flynn organization with the new hierarchy, they're really not in control in their, you know what I mean? They're unpredictable with Claudia and Vic in charge. Because I just don't see these two being someone that I can look at and say, oh yeah, these two can run it. You know, some characters we like, all right, bet this character could step up and make some shit happen. But I think she's crossing too many people, which will all backfire on her in the long run, like Kendall said. Not in the long run, it won't work. But maybe they can get a historic rise for maybe a couple episodes, but they gonna get knocked. I believe the Flynn family with Walter, they have some power and some respect. Without Walter, they would have to partner the Flynns with Doyle. I think that's the only way that the Flynns will be able to stay afloat is if they partner up with Doyle. And this is going to make Vic very, very mad. If she partners with Doyle, it's basically going to be like a king and queen type situation. And Vic is just a brother. That will work for the Flynns, though. If them in Dublin get cool together, she partners up with Doyle, and they in a relationship, that alliance right there will work. Because then they'll be, you know what I'm saying, the American Connect. And also Brendan Doyle will come back and forth and help whatever's going on with the organization. Damn. And right after that, she goes and tells the brother. She tells Vic straight up, y'all. She tells Vic, hey, man, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for y'all. I want to get rid of Flynn. Put 5 in for Walter Flynn not making it. Do y'all want to get rid of Walter Flynn? Is this the plan we going with? We all in agreement? Put a 5 in the chat if we agree with this plan. This is Claudia's story. Put a 5 in the chat if we agreeing with Claudia. Put an 8 in the chat if we ain't. I'm gonna go ahead and, for Claudia's sake, I'm gonna put that 5. I gotta go with a 5. I think Claudia trying to get rid of Walt. That's good for her character. You know what I mean? That's good for her character. I would definitely like to see. I want to see how they make this play out. Because if she gets with Doyle and they partner up, that's gonna make Vic. That's gonna make him mad as hell. And when we talk about in the long run, that's gonna make Vic not only mad, he might tell Tommy and them take out my sister because he realized, hey man, we killed our dad. Damn. So we all I don't want Walt to die, but this is Claudia's story, and for her story, we gotta give her her credit. So getting rid of Walter would work out for her. It's just, what is the next step? She think that she can take Walter out and actually run this, and no one, like, y'all weak at this point. Once people find out that you overthrew power by killing your dad, they're gonna start looking at y'all like, okay, they weak. They in that transition period where you don't know, you got to bring in your new cabinet members. You know what I mean? Just like you getting sworn in, you got to bring in the Treasury Department. You got to bring in all new people. You know what I mean? So could it work? Yeah, ideally, yes. Power universe? The hell no. Power universe? Hell no. What we've learned in the power universe is anyone that ascends to power that fast is gone just like that. Anyone we ever seen rise to power that quick is over with. Everyone. And even when you look at it on a small scale, episode 1, there was a young man by the name of Chewie. Chewie bossed up and had 4 bricks and finessed Jenard for them bricks. Didn't make it to the end of the episode. Anyone that extends the power that fast is over with. In the power universe, at least. You know what I mean? In the power universe, Big Meech and them over in the BMF Immortals, they story a little bit different. They were on the rise and they stayed on the rise. You know what I mean? But in the power universe, we gotta close that door. BMF Immortals, we gotta close that door. That's over there. We gotta open up this door and go into the power universe. Here we go. It ain't gonna work, y'all. It ain't gonna work, man. Let me be the first to tell you, it ain't gonna work. Not today, not tomorrow, not never. It's not gonna work. Damn. But I think for Claudia's storyline, this will work out perfect. Do you guys believe that anything with Dr. Williams is going to pop back up? Stank butt. You know what I mean? Y'all remember stank butt? Do y'all believe that anything is going to happen for that body? And if they're bringing back bodies from season 1, what about Milet? You know what I mean? Because Claudia does have some bodies up under her belt. So do we think there's going to be an old body brought up or a current body with Doc? Nah, I ain't got no. I'm not no close relative or anything like that, man. I only knew Stink Button Passing. You know, I used to see her up on campus and shit back when we went to school together. We graduated around the same time. Yeah, I used to, I ain't never, so I ain't never holler at her or nothing. She always thought she was a little bit better than us. She was cool though. Don't get me wrong. But she was cool. We only spoke in like passing in a couple of gatherings, but yeah, she was cool. But yeah, she was kind of with the, you know what I'm saying? The ultra intelligent. You know what I mean? I'm probably like mid-level IQ. You know what I mean? I ain't the smartest. I know a few things, but yeah, I was probably like mid-level IQ. She was up there at the top, dog. She put together the chemical Dahlia. I heard some people getting high off it or some shit like that. Heard it on the net now, but it is what it is. But nah, I ain't no kin to her. I don't know her like that. I don't know her like that. But Big Walt Dog, we know Big Walt Dog. Good old Walt. Now, the thing about Walt, damn, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. We might have to re-up. We might have to re-up in a little bit. We're gonna do Walt's story, then we're gonna go jump into Diamond, then JPD Mac, probably link in the police, and we'll be up out of here tonight, man. We're not gonna hold up too long if it keep freezing up like this. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to end it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for sticking around for sure, for sure. Hit that like button for me if you can do that. We about to talk about what Big Walt Dog, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Big Walt, that's my nigga, man. Even though he don't fuck with that, my nigga. You know what I mean? It's weird. I know. All right. Now this story is more about Polly than it is really Walt. We know Walt's story. Everyone knows Walt's story. Once, how could I put this? He was once one of the most respected, one of the most feared. Um, how else could I put it? Ambitious. Yeah. He had some ambition. Walt is kind of hard to describe because when you think of Chicago, we think of Chicago pre-Tommy Egan. Pause. We think, okay, the Flynn family, they got shit going on. Dublin got shit going on. We're thinking Flynn's F is for family. Flynn's F is for fuck y'all. Flynn's F is for find out. And Walter is letting Paulie know that F ain't never changed. You about to find out if you ever come to me and tell me that I need to ask for an extension. Now, we talked about it earlier and we realized that in the dope game, asking for an extension is basically 2 FUs to your face. We don't do partial payments. We don't do IOUs. We don't do I'll see you next week, my friend. We don't do none of that shit. If there is a debt to be paid, the debt needs to be paid, and said amount needs to be in cash on the delivery date. Now, if you good in the game, what I advise you to do is try to turn that money in a little bit earlier to always show, hey, I'm on time. Now, that's basically what credit is. Now, when you look at your credit score, some people got low credit scores, some people got high credit scores, but really all it's saying is, can we trust you? That's all credit is. Can we trust you? We got people doing PPP loans. Now that right there, can we trust you? Yeah, if you do the right thing. But if not, we gotta lock you up. But your credit score is basically people saying, hey, that's a low credit score. Now, I know a lot of people say, get your credit up. But just remember, in this world that we lived in, cash is king. No matter how good your credit is, if you don't have any cash, then you can't cash in on that credit. You can go get all the credit you want, but if you don't have any cash to pay that credit back, that loan that you took out because you had good credit, then if you ain't got no cash, no moolah, no dinero, no pesos, then your ass is not only going to lose whatever you didn't took, but your credit score can go down. So now the next bank can look at you and say, no, hell no, Mo got that 326. Mo, if you don't get your ass away with that 326, you know what I mean? You can't pull up to the bank with the 326. They ain't going to let you in the door. You get up there, that motherfucker, you can't go further. You draw weapons on you. 326, get up out of here. So Walter Flynn is saying, in this game, all I have is my word, my fucking balls, Paulie. I'm not fucking doing an extension. If I owe the money, I owe the fucking money. I'm gonna get the fucking money. So Walter ain't playing that shit, but Paulie knows that right now they're strapped for cash. We're losing money. More money than we bringing in, we losing money. And in the dope game, your words and your balls, that's your credit. That's your credit. Now, there used to be an old saying, don't make me chop your balls off and hand it to you, partner. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you know that movie, let me know what movie that's from. Chop your balls off and hand it to your partner. If you know the movie, you know. But Walter Flynn is telling Paulie, man, I ain't no bitch ass nigga, you understand? I'm a rapper, but I'm still a gorilla, you understand? You gonna make me have to kill me, you understand? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, partner. That's what Walter's doing right here. He said, Paulie, don't make me slap you in this motherfucker. Paulie's like, look, man, I'm just trying to help out, Walt. He said, I don't need no fucking help. And I said, damn, Walt ain't playing around, is he? Walt ain't playing around. Now, what Ruthie said is a pause. Don't do it. Don't chop it. Hey, that's a pause. If I was to repeat that out loud, that's a pause. That's why I had to read that one first. Ruthie be trying to set me up with the okie doke sometimes. I told y'all, don't nobody do the okie doke with me. I do the okie dokie. You know what I mean? I do the okie pokey. You know what I'm saying? The okie pokey and the okie dokie. You know what I mean? Y'all don't do the okie dokie on me. Y'all pull the okie dokie on y'all kids, on y'all significant others. You can't pull the okie doke on me. No, hell no. I'm prepared. I do the okie dokie. You know what I mean? The spear in Chicago called. But are y'all naming that off for me? Paulie shows up, and we realize that Paulie actually has some street cred. Paulie, people is recognizing him, and they know he been putting in work for generation after generation. Paulie been putting in work. Now he drop off that bankroll. Now we know over here we just came up with the term of a bag getter and then a bag giver. This is a bag giver. You know what I'm saying? When you go get that bag, you're trying to go get that bag. You're trying to be a bag getter. You know what I mean? Brendan Doyle, bag getter. Paulie, bag giver. So he pulled up and do the bag giver move. You know what I mean? In discreet envelope, probably about 10 bands, 15, maybe 20. I don't know. I couldn't even see. Let me see. Them 50s or them dubs. Them the Hunduns? Yeah, we got a smooth 20 piece. We got a smooth 20. Now he's like, listen, this ain't coming from Walter. This is coming from me. Hey, give him a week. We're going to get that money. And I'm bringing you this money out of my pocket. You know, like, hey, you know what I mean? We getting shit together over here. But we all know that this is a telltale sign that the internal workings of the Flynn family is in shambles. It's in shambles. It's in shambles. So you need to cool it down. Ooh, watch out. You're gonna lose control. Brendan Doyle here. Shit, give me that money, that moolah, that cash money. Ain't nothing more important than the moolah. Or are y'all extending this for a little bankroll? For a little bankroll? For a little bankroll, or are y'all extending this debt offer to 1 week? Let's say $20,000. If you're Brendan Doyle, are you extending for 20? Or are you saying, nah, we good? Business is business. Business is business. It's strictly financial. You know what I mean? Which one are you doing? You taking the 20 for the extension, or you like, no, nigga, you got enough time to pay, man. We want $4 million. Each one of the 4 horsemen that died, we want $1 million. 4 horsemen, $4 million. You know what I mean? For Paulie, yes. DeMarcus said even Tommy needs a Paulie instead of a diamond. Yeah, so the thing about Paulie that's good is he's gonna tell you straight up what it is. And he always brings for Paulie, loyalty is everything. And the reason I say that is because he always brings up his son being a junkie and making his mom upset. He admits, he always brings this up and lets you know this is how serious it is, man. I got a son out here wilding out. So when I tell you I'm trying to do the right thing with you, I embrace you like a son also. So I want you to do the right thing for me. Look out. So Brendan Doyle's like, man, Paula, you always been cool. You would you they would call like the I would probably say like the white mode. You know what I mean? Paulie is what you would call like the white mode. I ain't gonna bullshit you all the time. I'm gonna bullshit you. I ain't gonna always bullshit you. But I'm gonna look out for your best interest. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. And if this is my business partner, this is look out for you. Even I know you fucked up in the game. So Paulie is like the white version of me. Except I ain't got no kids and my kids ain't no junkie. So Brendan Doyle take a little 20-piece nugget. You know what I mean? 20-piece nugget. Exactly, Nakima. Hey, you know it.
It's bigger than Nina Brown. This is big business.
Business is business. If I'm Brendan Doyle, I'm taking the extra 20 bands and I'm telling them they got by the end of the night to give me my money. Yeah, y'all got to the end of the night to give me my money. So Paulie goes and holds it down. He gets the extension, and then these two, they meet up. These two meet up. Where'd they meet up at, though? They was at the bar. When did they go to the bar? Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. If you're Brendan Doyle and you're meeting up with Walt, are you getting a drink? Because you know what you know, but you don't know what Walter's about to say. Because remember, Walter didn't want Paulie doing this. Paulie did it behind Walt's back. So Brendan knows that it happened, but Walt doesn't. So I wonder what he was thinking when he came into this meeting, knowing that it's already extended. Like, what excuse was Walter to give? And Walter tried to pay him off on, let's just say it's this $4 million debt. He said, let's let bygones be bygones. I'll get the money. And then he offered him 2 scrippers. It could be me, but
It's bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business.
I'm not taking payment in the form of P. I push P. I don't accept P. Pause. You know what I mean? No. You owe me this little first installation that you trying to give me $5,000. No, this ain't enough. It's a little funky $5,000, but you owe me $4 million, Walter. Now, Walter, he's in over his head. He don't know what the fuck going on. They losing money. The kids and turn their back on us. And Walt and this motherfucker, well, look, I got an idea. I got an idea. Dr. Jerry Buss did this one time. Hey, you two. Come here. Get over here. This is my friend Brendan Doyle. And we know 3 out of 10 niggas is real niggas. Mo is one of them. We trying to find the other two. We got Walt Dog and we got Brendan Doyle. We done found the 3 real ones this episode. We done got the 3 real ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. We got the 3 real ones right here. The 3 real ones. Brendan Doyle, Walt Dog, and Mo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got something, y'all. We got something. We found the 3. We found the 3. So Brendan was like, hey, well, Paulie went ahead and gave you an extension. He came and dropped off some cash. He's a bag giver. And I just want to let you know that this first installment, all right, we can go with that. But yeah, you're going to have to get right. And then Walter leaves here drunk, straight from the script club, straight over to Paulie's house. Hey, Paulie! Paulie! Paulie came outside with a gun. This loyalty don't die. Paulie came outside with a gun. What's going on? What's going on? Is everything all right? Damn. Little did Paulie know, he was about to get fired. He was about to get fired, y'all. He put the stainless to his chest, told him, you fired because of jealousy. You always wanted to be me. Damn. Was this a justified firing? Was this a justified firing, or does Paulie have a lawsuit on his hand? This was an unlawful firing right here. Didn't give him, he never had any warnings. He only had a verbal. He never had a written warning. Is this a justified firing? You know what I mean? Is this justified? How many people have to go through this before the Department of Labor steps up? Walter Flynn put a gun to this man's chest and told him he's fired because he's jealous. Damn. The hood said he got fired on his day off, man. Ain't nothing worse than getting fired on the day off, man. Getting fired on the day off is probably just as bad as showing up late to the first day of work. Shout out to Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. Damn, man. Damn, man. But that's the Flynn family story right there, man. They in shambles. Who's in the worst position? Treason or Flynn? Not Jenard individually or any of the Flynn's individually. Who's in more shambles? The Flynn family organization or Treason's organization? That's the question. Because right now it's looking like shit for both sides. It's just, as far as Walt goes, I think Walt will be a little safer. And the reason I say Walt will be a little safer is because the 4 horsemen, the best people that they had in Dublin, are already gone. So anyone else that they send over is just going to be regular Joe Smos. So I think they could fight against that. Jenard, on the other hand, he doesn't have any muscle. He had the 4 gentlemen that were left. He got people in the streets after him. He got Mirkovich after him. He got the cartel after him. As far as Walter and the Flynn family goes, they just have Dublin. But if Walter dies, Dublin is all right with that because Brendan Doyle is cool with Claudia. But ultimately, I could see the Flynn's, because treason is just a street game. Treason was never at the level where the Flynn family was. And this is the whole, like, this is what the Flynn family is. They are my family. So if they lose everything, I think that will be worse than Jenard losing treason, because treason was just like a little street game. This is actually their family. You know what I mean? Damn. Y'all, hey. All right. So we all on the same page. Because I was like, wait a minute. The Flynn's might actually be worse than Jenard. Because Jenard can always get out the game, get with his brother, get right. Them, if they kill Walter, man, this is about to expose the Flynn's to everybody on the streets. Man, oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, big Walt Dog, run. Get out the city, Walt. Please, get out the city, Walt Dog. Please. Man, if anybody can, contact Walt and let him know, get out the city, man. Let him know, get out the city, please. Get him out the city. Yeah, the Flynn's got a lot to lose. Damn. Big Walt dog, man. Well, that's the Flynn family. Who we got? Oh, Diamond. Got Diamond, JP, and D-Mac. Good old D-Mac. Let me see. Yeah, Walter not no runner, man. He can't. Walter could barely breathe, man. Walter be getting up in the morning hurting.